Have you ever wondered how the presence of God can transform a relationship? If not, why should you? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Today, we're delving into the profound role spirituality plays in forging deep, meaningful connections. Why do we need the divine in our relationships? It's more than just a higher power, it's about bringing together two souls in a bond that transcends the physical. Intrigued? Let's delve into some real-life stories that might surprise you. Meet John and Sarah, a couple who had lost their spark until they found God. John and Sarah were the picture-perfect couple once upon a time. They shared laughter, dreams, and a love that seemed to illuminate their world. But as time passed, their once vibrant connection began to fade. The laughter became less frequent, the dreams seemed less attainable, and the love, although still present, felt less potent. Like many, they found themselves in the midst of a relationship that was on the rocks. They tried everything to rekindle their dwindling flame: date nights, weekend getaways, even couples therapy. But nothing seemed to work. Their relationship, once a beacon of joy and love, was now a source of stress and heartache. Then came a day when they found themselves in a quiet chapel, seeking solace from the storm that was their relationship. In that quiet, sacred space, they found something they hadn't realized they were missing: a shared faith in God. It wasn't a lightning bolt moment, but rather a slow, steady realization. They discovered that their faith, something they had individually held close, could be a shared source of strength and connection. As they began to grow their shared faith, they found that their relationship started to change. The quiet moments of prayer turned into deep, meaningful conversations. The shared visits to the chapel became a sacred time for them, a chance to reconnect and rekindle the love that had once been so strong. Their faith not only gave them a sense of peace but also a renewed sense of purpose in their relationship. John and Sarah's story isn't unique. It's a testament to the power of shared faith in healing and strengthening relationships. It's a reminder that sometimes, to find the connection we've lost, we need to look beyond the physical, beyond the material, and into the spiritual. John and Sarah found their lost connection when they found God together. Next we have Lisa and Mark, two individuals from different backgrounds united by their faith. These two individuals, hailing from contrasting cultures and traditions, found themselves crossing paths in an unexpected way. Lisa, an ambitious lawyer from a bustling city, and Mark, a serene nature enthusiast from a small town, seemed to have little in common. This could have been a barrier, a wall dividing two lives, two worlds. But there was one thing that they both held dear in their hearts, something that transcended their differences: their faith in God. Lisa and Mark were both devout in their own ways, their faith shaping their life perspectives, their values, and their actions. Their shared belief in a higher power, in the divine, became an unexpected bridge connecting their worlds. Their faith didn't just help them understand each other, it also helped them respect the differences between them. Lisa learned to appreciate the tranquility and simplicity of Mark's small-town life, finding peace in the midst of nature. Mark, on the other hand, was inspired by Lisa's ambition and dynamism, admiring her dedication to her career and her relentless pursuit of justice. Their faith, their belief in God, became the glue that held them together, the compass that guided them through their journey. It was their shared faith that helped them navigate the challenges, the differences, the highs and the lows. It was God who became their unifying force, the thread that wove their disparate lives into a beautiful tapestry of love and understanding. And so Lisa and Mark's story serves as a reminder, a beacon of hope, that despite our differences, despite the barriers that seem to divide us, we can find unity, understanding, and love through faith. Their story shows us that God doesn't just exist within the confines of a church, a temple, or a mosque. God is present in our hearts, in our relationships, guiding us, uniting us, and helping us grow together. Lisa and Mark's story shows us how God can be a unifying force in relationships. Let's hear about Tom and Emily, a couple who found healing in their relationship through God. Tom and Emily, like any other couple, had their share of conflicts and misunderstandings. They loved each other dearly, but their past hurts and unresolved issues created a chasm between them. They were stuck in a cycle of hurt, resentment, and pain. It was as if they were in a tempest, tossed and turned by the waves of their own emotions, unable to find a safe harbor. Then, they turned to God, seeking His guidance and solace. They realized that they were not alone in their struggle. God, their eternal companion, was with them in their darkest hours, ready to guide them towards the light. They began to pray together, not just for themselves, but for each other. They sought God's healing touch to mend their wounded hearts. As they delved deeper into their faith, they discovered the power of forgiveness. They understood that holding onto their hurts was like holding onto a burning coal. It only hurt them more. They decided to let go of their past hurts, to forgive each other. Not because it was easy, but because that's what love demanded. With God's grace, they were able to see each other not as enemies or competitors, but as companions on a shared journey. They learned to appreciate their differences, to respect each other's individuality, and to support each other in their individual pursuits. Their relationship, once marred by conflict and misunderstanding, was now filled with love, respect, and mutual understanding. Through their journey, they learned that God's love is the ultimate healing balm. It soothes the deepest wounds, mends the most broken hearts, and brings peace to the most troubled souls. Their faith in God not only healed their relationship but also made it stronger and more resilient. They learned to face their challenges together with love, patience, and faith. For Tom and Emily, God was the healing touch their relationship needed. You might be wondering, what is the common thread in all these stories? Well, it's none other than the divine presence of God in each of these relationships. A presence that has the power to transform, unite, and heal. It's like a subtle melody, often unnoticed. But once you tune into it, you realize it's been guiding the dance of your relationship all along. Just think about it. In the story of the rekindling, the couple found their way back to each other through their shared faith. It was God's love that shone as a beacon in their darkest hours, guiding them back to each other. They found solace not just in each other but also in Him, and that's what made their bond unbreakable. In the tale of the unifying force, we saw how faith was the glue that held the couple together through thick and thin. Their belief in God gave them the strength to weather life's storms and the patience to understand each other better. They were unified not just by their love for each other, but by their shared love for God. And then, there's the healing touch story. The couple found not just physical, but also emotional and spiritual healing through their faith. God's presence acted as a balm on their wounds, helping them forgive, forget, and move forward. Their relationship became a testament to the healing power of divine love. So you see, the divine thread that weaves through all these stories is the presence of God in these relationships. It's His love that guides, His strength that supports, and His wisdom that enlightens. These stories are not just about couples finding love in each other, but also about them finding love in God. These stories shed light on how God acts as a divine thread, binding relationships together. He is the unseen force that strengthens the bond of love, making it resilient to life's trials and tribulations. And that, my friends, is the divine thread. So, why do we need God in our relationships? Let's revisit the narratives we've unfolded today. We journeyed through the rekindling of love, where we saw that the divine can breathe new life into relationships that seem to have lost their spark. God, in this context, acts as a catalyst, reigniting the flame of love that once burned bright. Next, we explored the unifying force of God in relationships. The presence of the divine can help two individuals overcome differences, fostering a sense of unity and togetherness. When God is at the center, the couple is not just united in love, but also in purpose and vision. We then delved into the healing touch of the divine. Relationships are not always sunshine and rainbows. They are often filled with trials and tribulations. In these times, God can act as a soothing balm, healing wounds and mending broken hearts. Throughout these stories, a common thread emerged: the divine thread. When God is woven into the fabric of a relationship, it elevates love to a higher plane. It fosters a deep connection that goes beyond the physical, transcending into the spiritual realm. Perhaps the question isn't why we need God in our relationships, but rather, how much we stand to gain when we invite Him in.